I've never really seen the combination of animation and um, true to life visuals melded together in that way. I thought that was really interesting from the very beginning. The sound effects and the almost found footage way it was shot were really fascinating to me. And I remember as I was watching, kept being like the Dendroverse, what is that? And so I thought the reveal towards the end about it being a fear of trees and connecting that to the original visuals, that was really smart. And for ultimately to be a message about conservation. I mean, what a way to get people to engage with that topic with such, polarizing interesting visuals that change over the course of the short. You never really know what's coming next, but to kind of meld all of these phobias into one, and speak to one central phobia that is ultimately a part of a bigger conversation about conservation, I thought was really smart. I really enjoyed sort of watching these animated catastrophes take over this space, and I thought it was really inventive of the filmmaker to allow those catastrophes to sort of take center stage and not have the lead, the actor, sort of his narrative, we're seeing it through his eyes as opposed to us watching him go through these things. So, from the snakes, the dogs, the cockroaches, all of those things are sort of happening to us along with happening to him, which I thought was really smart.
In the beginning, I loved the camera work that was done. It almost felt like first person in a video game, the way the camera moved around with the perspective. There was a lot of things happening in this. There was a tornado monster. There was um, all different types of things. There was a jump scare in there. Um, I found it all, like interesting the way that all these things happen because of a tree being cut down, possibly. Maybe it's showing, the repercussions of cutting a tree down and the fear there. Um, I thought that the use of the chainsaw massacre man was really interesting. Chainsaws being what it cuts down trees, but then instead of a regular woodsman, we have this serial killer. Um, so using that as a sort of symbol of what's happening to the trees and the people cutting down trees are really harming humans. Maybe there's a message there. So I thought that was interesting as well.
This is a nightmarish yet excellent short. A man in his apartment hears and sees a chainsaw massacre type figure and then proceeds to have a series of nightmares. The images are stark and effective: a creepy monster, eerie lights at night, a sand creature, a twister, lightning, floods, pestilence. Wow, a lot. And the soundtrack and effects are awesome. This film really packs a punch and has a great message about protecting trees and the environment.
You have like a chainsaw dude, you have bugs, you have earthquakes, you have floods, you have all these different kind of aspects, and then you have like a straight up monster. And I also thought the perspective was really interesting, where it was really trying to give you like a first person like point of view. That was really unique. And then to kind of like get to the very end and the message about fear, I thought was really poignant. And then you like think back to like all of the other things that you were shown, and it does make sense that a lot of those are like very classic fears, or things that people generally speaking would be afraid of. So I thought that that was really clever.
I'll start by saying I was not expecting us to sort of land on a place of this being about an environmental message at the end. But I think that's okay. I think that this is really functioning for you more as like an effects showcase than anything. And I do think it is, showing off a lot of technical skill. So yeah, so I think as a way of demonstrating what you're capable of doing from an effects standpoint, you're doing a great job.